come on in, takes 20 minutes.
Right now, Kia and Hyundai owners get an inside look at the installation process for a new anti-theft safety upgrade.
Plus, as we kick off Women's History Month, how a new documentary is showcasing the women of the Madison Fire Department. And
why the Evers administration is now proposing to sell some iconic downtown Madison state-owned buildings. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. And thanks for joining us tonight. Finally, some good news on a story we have been following since last summer. An important software upgrade is on the horizon for Kia and Hyundai drivers.
It's aimed at combating the rash of thefts happening all across the country. So what is the upgrade, and is your car eligible? Arman Rahman has all that information you want to know.
Eric and Charlotte, I stopped by a local Kia dealership today, and they say right now the immobilizer update is only available for certain models newer than 2011. But Madison police say after seeing a 270% increase in stolen Hyundais and Kias between the summer of 2021 and last season, any extra layer of protection going into another summer is welcome.
We just followed a couple steps here to update it, just like a computer.
Those who own a Kia or Hyundai and qualify for that update do go and get it.
It's an anti-theft upgrade both law enforcement and dealerships hope will stop thieves dead in their tracks by making your Kia or Hyundai do the same.
This now will immobilize the vehicle if the key and fob at the same time are not detected in your current vehicle.
They encourage drivers to call their local dealership to see if their car qualifies for the software update.
The adapter that plugs in to the vehicle, they connect wirelessly,
which installs an immobilizer function that's been missing from many models.
People have been able to get into the vehicles through the steering column and be able to start the car. With this now, it's a lot more similar to like a push-button start.
Then they slap a sticker on the window, letting people know that that car's not going anywhere. For Kias, it's available for models from 2011 to 2020 right now, and comes standard in cars made since last year.
If for some reason they're not eligible, they're encouraged to either call Kia Consumer Affairs, or again can give us a call here. We can walk them through all their steps and processes, and Kia Consumer Affairs will hopefully get that available for their select model if it's not already out yet.
Madison police say it can't come soon enough.
What we saw last summer really can't happen again.
But it doesn't protect against bad judgment. Don't leave your car running or keep valuables in plain sight, and always remove the keys.
I believe we had more than 25% of stolen cars in the summer of 2022 that had keys inside. They're called crimes of opportunity for a reason, because they're easy to commit, take a matter of seconds, and then you are kind of left with dealing with that aftermath.
And if you're still waiting for the update or something similar to roll out for your vehicle, dealers say Kia is sending out clubs or steering wheel locks. MPD says they also have them available.
Armand, thank you. Still waiting on an update tonight from Madison police about a fatal crash that shut down Gammon Road this afternoon. One person was killed and 2 others in the car were seriously hurt. So far, we don't know what led to the crash or who the victims are. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now and Channel3000.com as we learn more. The Madison School District's contract with Badger Bus is nearly up.
And that means the district is looking into its next provider and is trying to fix problems going forward. A new carrier, First Student, gave the lowest bid and is currently moving forward with the district over Badger Bus. MMSD says the decision isn't final yet. They're still in contract negotiations with First Student. However, it is likely that middle and elementary school students will experience a new carrier by the fall. And new video tonight, police in Wheaton, Maryland say 3 people suffered only minor injuries after a Metro bus there crashed through a jewelry store. They say the bus collided with another vehicle before it crashed into that building. Police say the jewelry store was closed and unoccupied at the time. The bus also was unoccupied except for the driver.
Next tonight, our weather team has removed an alert day from the forecast for tomorrow, but we could still see some snow move on through. Julian Seawright has our first warn forecast from the backyard patio.
That's right, Charlotte. We could see some snow, but it's not really going to be mainly for southern Wisconsin, but areas closer to the north. Now, we could see some areas to the far southeast that could get a little bit, but overall, we're not going to be seeing too much in terms of a snowstorm or anything like that, which is why we did go ahead and remove the alert day from the forecast. But heading into the rest of tonight, we're going to be seeing the cloud cover really not be as strong or stubborn as it has been for the next about hour or so, because once we get into around midnight, the cloud cover is going to resurge, and we're going to be leading into cloudy conditions heading into our Friday once again as temperatures fall into the upper 20s. Now, right now, rather dry across southern Wisconsin. It's going to mainly be like that. at least throughout much of 24 and over the next 24 hours. But as we get into parts of Friday, we could start to see some small little spots and isolated showers of rain and or snow, but we'll get to that in just a few moments. Current temperatures around southern Wisconsin, 32 degrees apiece from Madison, Mineral Point, and Fort Janesville. Around Dane County, we're very uniform. Outside of Sauk City at 34 degrees and going toward Edgerton at 34 as well. Now moving ahead of what we're going to be expecting for the overnight. 28 degrees, again, is going to be our low for tonight. It's going to stay on the colder side. But for tomorrow, we'll see the upper 30s here in Madison. Cloudy conditions, but again, we are going to be watching for when and where we could be seeing some light snow, some flurries, or even some rain showers heading into our Friday afternoon or potentially even our Friday morning. We'll talk about this in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
This modest tuition increase will help our universities continue to provide students with a world-class education.
It may soon cost more to attend a public university in Wisconsin. Today at the Capitol, UW System President Jay Rothman proposed a 5% tuition increase. The Board of Regents now has the final say. This increase would mark the first time in roughly a decade that the UW has seen a tuition increase after the legislature froze in-state rates in 2013.
Governor Tony Evers wants to sell 3 state-owned office buildings in Madison, part of a plan that would reduce the state government's footprint in the city. The plan calls for closing the State Education Building, more commonly known as Jeff 3, the State Natural Resources Building, which is known as Jeff 2, and an Art Deco-style building constructed in the 1930s that is home to the Department of Health Services. That proposal, part of a larger plan to consolidate state offices in Madison to save money and also allow for the hiring of more state employees outside the capital city. The proposal is included in the governor's capital budget request, which would need approval from the Republican-controlled legislature. A new portrait unveiled inside the Dane County Board chambers today in honor of the late Dick Wagner. He worked for the state of Wisconsin for 33 years and was the first openly gay member of the Dane County Board of Supervisors, including 4 years as the first openly gay county board chair in Wisconsin. He passed away back on December 13th.
Dozens of people were finally able to retrieve their vehicles today from the partially collapsed parking structure at Bayshore Mall near Milwaukee. A portion of the ramp collapsed a week ago. There were no injuries, but 56 cars were stuck inside. The cause of the collapse is still under investigation. Surveillance video shows plows piling up snow in one spot at the top level moments before the collapse. In a trial that has gripped the country, it took a jury just 3 hours to find disgraced South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh guilty in the double murder of his wife and son. The trial lasted more than 6 weeks. The case had been circumstantial. Investigators never found the murder weapons or bloody clothes, and there were no eyewitnesses. Sentencing is tomorrow morning.
In Greece, the death toll following the head-on train collision has now risen to 57. Crews spent the day removing pieces of mangled steel, looking for any additional victims. Another 48 people remain in the hospital as a result of the crash. Today, protesters gathered outside the rail company's headquarters demanding answers on how this could have happened. Riot police faced off with them as dumpsters were also set on fire. Incredible video tonight from Hong Kong where a skyscraper caught fire. The building is under construction. Local reports say 2 passersby were injured on the ground by falling debris, although we don't know to what extent. It has been 40 years since the first women became firefighters for the city of Madison.
Our Nicole Herzog explores a new documentary celebrating them and the history of female firefighters in Madison.
Well, there's no better way to celebrate Women's History Month than to honor the women who keep the city safe every day. That's why the Madison Fire Department is giving you a chance to take a walk in their boots with a documentary screening on International Women's Day. Retired Captain Jen Roman never dreamed of becoming a firefighter as a little girl.
And I never saw a female firefighter.
Back then, she didn't think it was possible. Now, she's hoping a new documentary from the City of Madison Fire Department will change that.
We have to actively do something to change the numbers. They're not just going to naturally change.
The documentary is called In Her Boots. It tells the stories and experiences of women firefighters like Roman, plus the history of the first women who became firefighters in the city 40 years ago.
It's really critical to give a voice to women and other underrepresented communities within the fire service so that, 1, we know they exist, 2, we appreciate both their trailblazing and their struggles, and 3, we actively grow towards a place of complete equity.
In Her Boots also explores how women navigated struggles like serving while pregnant and how those experiences led to some of the policies in place today. Supporting women in the industry is how the city became a headquarters for the national movement to recruit more women firefighters.
This history isn't over with. We're continuing to write the story of women in the fire service.
And while women now make up 13% of Madison's fire department, lighting that spark in the minds of young women is a fire they won't be putting out.
I hope that they're inspired. I hope that other women and young girls start to picture themselves maybe stepping into that role and being a part of this vital community service.
A screening of the documentary is open to the public on Wednesday at Madison College for an International Women's Day celebration. And you can also watch the film on the City of Madison website, the Fire Department Facebook page, and the Madison City channel.
Thank you, Nicole. New video tonight. A scary situation on a plane could be a cautionary tale for traveling with technology. Passengers on board this Spirit Airlines flight say a battery pack charging a cell phone caught fire in an overhead bin, filling the cabin of a Spirit Airlines flight with smoke. That fire was put out and the plane made an emergency landing in Florida, where firefighters came on board to check everything out.
Another scary incident. Federal agents say a man attempted to place an explosive device on a flight from Pennsylvania to Florida earlier this week. 40-year-old Mark Muffley appeared in court virtually today, charged with possessing an explosive in an airport and attempting to place an explosive on an aircraft. Authorities say on Monday, Muffley checked in a roller bag where TSA agents found, quote, a circular compound wrapped in a wax-like paper and clear plastic wrap hidden in the lining of the baggage. Part of the airport was evacuated. Still ahead at 10, there's been a lot of interest about the proposal to bring a Buc-ee's to DeForest, but what makes these travel centers such a destination?
Plus, a 128-year-old mystery on the Great Lakes is finally solved. The incredible footage coming up next.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
When they invented the wheel, this is exactly what they had in mind. Stay on the fun side of the bridge.
Let's go play.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now.
Call 1-800-336-0524.
Built Ford Tough. It's a commitment to providing you the capability, productivity, and the technology that you expect from Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. And now during Ford Truck Month, find out what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. This is Ford Truck Month, America.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, the one and only Paula Abdul. I'm the last of the OGs. We had to say the best for last. And fitness guru Jillian Michaels.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and lift off. And through 6. Go Dragon, go Falcon.
3 astronauts and a cosmonaut are headed to the International Space Station after a successful launch from the Kennedy Space Center overnight. They'll be swapping with a crew that's been up there since October. This is the 6th long-duration ISS team that NASA has flown with SpaceX since Elon Musk's company started sending American astronauts into orbit in 2020. We're continuing to follow the developments out of DeForest, where there are plans to bring in a new mega travel center.
It would be a Buc-ee's, which they're famous now in other parts of the country. The proposal to the DeForest Planning Commission says it would feature 120 gas pumps, 613 parking spaces, and a 73,000 square foot store. It would be the first Buc-ee's in the state. We heard from some native Texans today asking them what makes Buc-ee's such a big deal.
You can get brisket sandwiches in the afternoon, in the morning. You can get breakfast tacos, sausages, sausage biscuits, and they've got a full they've got fudge and the
fudge.
whole.
Oh, the fudge is
the whole
delicious.
9 yards.
Yes, you could also. I know a lot of people who do all of their Christmas shopping in Buc-ee's. Cookbooks.
Our neighbors actually
do that. Yeah, cookbooks. They have drinkware. They have candles. They have home decor. It is just amazing, and your lives are about to be changed forever.
We have linked the full proposal online. Just look for that story at channel3000.com. An amazing discovery in the Great Lakes, deep below the icy surface of Lake Huron. The 128-year-old shipwreck mystery has now been solved there. NOAA officials say the remains of the long-lost Ironton shipwreck have been found in remarkably preserved condition. Researchers used cutting-edge technology to locate the 191-foot Ironton, which collided with another vessel way back in 1894, sinking both ships. Officials say the cold, fresh water there helped preserve the sunken vessel, which is resting upright on that monitor. You can see all the 3 masts still standing. Let's go to Julian C. right now with a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Julian?
Well, things are going to be a bit chillier for tonight, but actually pretty quiet weather heading into the weekend.
You took that alert day out.
Yes, we did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, the kids got to stay in school all week.
Yes.
She was pretty good for us.
You're my favorite.
Hey, I try, so I win today. But let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 things we'll need to know. Well, we do have a small chance for some areas to see some light rain and or snow, but it's not looking to impact your day by any means necessary as we get into our Friday. And if anything is going to really start to develop, it's mainly going to be in our Friday afternoon. Outside of that, this weekend, we're looking at 40s in the temperatures, some sunshine, and on top of it, we could see some sprinkles, but again, it's just not a whole lot of activity to really put a damper on your plans. Outside of that, we are looking for our Sunday nights to bring in a bit more rain. That could be a bit more dampening on things as we get into our Monday, especially. So we'll talk about that in a few moments. Right now, tonight's temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s. It's going to stay cloudy. Now, as we get into our current setup, well, we have this high pressure system up into the upper Midwest. It's going to keep things dry for now, but that low pressure system, which is just near Texas, which is bringing in even severe thunderstorms as right now, is really going to continue to track its way just at a northeasterly track. But that was the system that we've been watching for to potentially bring in not just some rain, but some snow for some areas that were a bit colder aloft into the upper Midwest. But since it's going to be tracking just a bit more further south, mainly it is going to be Illinois' problem to be dealing with the rain. We're staying dry for tonight, and throughout tomorrow, we're mainly going to be dry as well. But some areas, and at some points in time, we could see some isolated little flurries or some sprinkles, but overall, things are going to be not so bad. It's going to be a pretty quiet Friday for us. Temperature is going to be into about the upper 30s. Cloud cover is going to stick around for us, and we're not going to see that break until we get into the weekend. Here's what we're going to be watching for throughout Friday morning. Again, might see some flurries, but then with the warmer air, we're going to see that transition to mainly just some rain showers or even drizzle as we get into our early afternoon. But once we get into our Friday evening and nights, it's pretty much out of here, leading our way into the weekend to be pretty decent. But again, if we do see any kind of snowfall, it's going to be mainly into the far southeast between Milwaukee and Kenosha and further closer to Chicago. But with temperatures so warm, it's going to be really unlikely to see much more accumulation than maybe an inch or 2 for those areas. Here's a look at our weekend forecast. We're looking at 44 degrees. We might see a PM drizzle, but overall things are going to stay rather quiet for the start of the weekend, and ending it will be as well until we get into our Sunday nights, where we are tracking to see some rain coming in late. Now, kind of taking a look at what we could see for our weekend. Again, we might see some drizzle and even more of a mixing just north of the Dells, but it's going to be rather brief, and it's not going to be a very long-lasting system for us as we get into our Saturday. So here's a look at our 10-day forecast. As we get into the weekend, again, temperatures are going to be in the 40s. We are looking for sunshine. Next week, we are also going to be seeing a bit of a change. That's just a little bit colder temperatures, closer to seasonable for this time of year. But otherwise, it's rather smooth sailing for the forecast.
Julian, thank you. Coming up in sports, the Badgers and Boilermakers down to the wire again. Why this year, though? Well, the ending was a little different than last season. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Pick and Save, we want
Built Ford Tough. It's a commitment to providing you the capability, productivity, and the technology that you expect from Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. And now during Ford Truck Month, find out what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. This is Ford Truck Month, America.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Take a free class, join, and get a $100 Lululemon gift card through March 31st. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
366 days ago, there was some magic in the Kohl Center when Chucky Hepburn buried a 3 to knock off Purdue and win the Big Ten championship. Tonight, the Badgers looking for some more magic with the 5th-ranked Boilermakers back in town. Senior night for Tyler Wall, and what a 4 years it's been for him. Now, the Badgers trailed by 4 at the break, but stormed out of the gates. Connor Asijan connects from deep, and Wisconsin is back on top. Then it's teammate Max Klesman, the kid from Neenah, getting into the 3-ball action. He finished with 19 points, but again, Wisconsin just couldn't hold on. Purdue has a guy named Zach Edey. He's a man among boys. Boilermakers win by 2. Big Ten tournament opener for the Wisconsin women, who are also facing Purdue. Jump to the 4th, 15 seconds left. Badgers down 2. Maddie Wilkie splashes home the triple to give Bucky a 1-point lead with 10 seconds to go. That was the good. Well, here's the bad. Purdue knocked down 3 of their own. They win it 57-55. What a year it's been for the Oregon boys hockey team. Not only did they finally get over that sectional final hump, but this trip to state is the Panthers' first in school history. And now that they're here, well, they have plans to play 2 games. Mosinee standing in the way in the Division II semifinals. First period, Oregon on the power play. They'd cash in. Andrew Jakey finds Jacob Cameron, and the lamp is lit. Panthers led 1-0 after 1. Second period, the best goal scorer in the state would add to their lead. Jakey scores with the one-timer, and Oregon shuts out Mosinee 3-0. They'll face New Richmond Saturday morning in the finals. On the girls' side, Madison Metro hosting Bay Area in their semifinal matchup. Not even 3 minutes in, the Ice Bears struck. Faye Brunke cleans up the mess in front of the net to make it 1-0 Bay Area. Now it's 2-0 in the second period. And here comes Madison Metro. Leah Grunzinski taps home the rebound, but it wouldn't be enough. Lynx fall 4-1, the final. High school girls hoops Division II state sectional semifinal. McFarland taking on Monona Grove. Spartans stormed out of the gates. Tegan Mullaney lays it up and in, and just like that, it's 9-0 McFarland. Mullaney finished with a team-high 26. MG would answer. Brooklyn Tortorisi dials one up from deep for 3 of her 16, but the Spartans would not be denied tonight. Elise Freeman to the cup for 2. McFarland moves on to the sectional finals with a 61-58 win. Down in Division IV, New Glarus and Cuba City going at it in Dodgeville. Cubans got off to a good start thanks to Ella Vosberg. She works it hard down low for 2 of her 20 points. Cuba City led by as many as 10 in the first half. New Glarus would come right back. Jordan Rundy with the kiss off the glass, and we have a ball game. But Olivia Olson could not be contained tonight. She's going to drain the triple. 23 points for her, and the Cubans knock off the undefeated Glarner Knights 56-50. Albany and Barneveld facing off for a spot in Saturday's Division V sectional finals. Lady Comets trailed by 5 at the break. Gracie Freitag bringing her team back. She goes off glass to tie the game up. Now the Eagles would respond right back. Shelby Marks spinning and winning for 2, but then Albany would run away with this one. McKenna Broughton gets 3 the old-fashioned way. Comets move on with a 53-39 win. We're back after this.
All you have to do is point. Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. They're taking the time to listen and talk about options for feeling better.
A Grace, caring every step of the way. Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
At no fault of their own during the cold, thousands of Wisconsin residents in your community make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. On March 9th, please join News 3 Now and support a day of warmth, benefiting the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. 90 cents of every dollar donated is used to help those in crisis. Give the gift of warmth. For more information, visit kwwf.org/donate. A day of warmth, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Kaiser Lincoln.
It's time to upgrade your kitchen and save big on your next project with 11% off everything. Menards carries a great selection of in-stock appliances. From countertops to cabinetry, we have everything you need to turn your kitchen dreams into reality. Complete your look with quality One Oak cabinets. These cabinets come ready to install, ready to finish, and are ready to take home today. Right now, all quality One cabinetry is 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Anytime Fitness is having a 10-day flash sale. For 10 days only, you can join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Get a coach and a community to support you with training, nutrition, and recovery. Now through March 10th, join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Hurry in now. This deal won't last long.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
All you have to do is point. Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And one more check with Julian on the forecast.
Well, Friday is going to be rather quiet. We may see some flurries, may see some rain. It's mainly going to be a rain type of thing because of how warm our temperatures will be heading into our Friday afternoon. But it's not going to be a washout. And taking a quick look at our forecast for the weekend, well, temperatures will be back into the middle to upper 40s. So definitely enjoy it because we are going to have plenty of moments where we have some sunshine. We are still tracking some potentials of a shower for Saturday into our Saturday afternoon, but otherwise things are going to stay rather quiet and rather dry. Sunday night, however, we are tracking for more sun to roll its way in, or excuse me, some more rain that's going to be coming in for Sunday nights, leading into our Monday that you're going to probably want to need your rain gear for. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty smooth sailing heading into next week with colder temperatures.
Julian, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.